3, 2, 1.
What's up, everyone? Dan here. Crypto Capital Venture, February 20th, 2018. It's pretty crazy. Yesterday, I uploaded my video, and a half hour later, we broke all resistance that I just got done talking about in that video. I love it. It's perfect. Tell me you're watching what I'm watching. Are we seeing the same things? Because it just excites me. I love tracking this. I love watching this. I love just the lines. I love lines. So let's jump into the chart. And I mean, really, I think it was probably right around here I uploaded the video. And a half hour later, we broke up. And we broke the 235 resistance, and we can actually just take a quick glance at the order books on GDAX right now, and you can see 235 all of a sudden, just like that, has become support. And you can even see that on the charts. We took a ride up, we hit 250 resistance, which we talked about, and the 235 actually turned into support for us. And I love that. This is why I say I love lines. I love watching these things happen. I love watching the mental state of the market and traders react to these things, because remember, we're putting these lines and these supports on the charts, but so are tons of other traders. They are looking at the same exact things, and they're basing their decisions on these things. So that's why it's always good to be as prepared as possible for these things to happen, and just so that you know how to make decisions as far as investing and buying or selling or whatever you're doing. So we were in this consolidation pattern, and we broke out, I mean, almost perfectly 80% to the apex of this pattern. And now we can really look at the 15 minutes, just because on the 4 hour, we're in another similar pattern, but you can't really see it on the 4 hour. But if you look at the 15 minute, we have a similar consolidation pattern happening. And it's something to on a smaller time frame look for and look at, especially as we start seeing these new areas of resistance and support. So we have the 235 support, and I want to talk about a couple things on my screen right now, which is I want to talk about this green zone that I have on the screen is not a buy zone. I just put it green just because I thought it signified support well. But right now we have our support at 220 to 235. I mean, really, that's kind of a strong area of support as far as this newer channel goes that we've recently created from these previous lows, from that double bottom. But what's really cool to look at on the daily is, I always like keeping this downtrend here that we were in for a while, this correction. But check out these previous, here we go, let's see, where's my brush? These previous lower highs, right? These are gonna act as new resistance. But once we can start breaking these things, even like we did here, it's just every time that happens, Litecoin becomes more and more bullish to really the apex of what we all want, which is to break these previous highs. So it's something to be mindful of, that along this path up that we're all waiting for, please be mindful of the fact that it's not going to just be a nice smooth ride up. There will be pullbacks, and this is part of the market. This is part of trading. So be prepared for these things, and I'm going to cover these things as on the smaller time frames, like the 4 hour. But right now you can see we hit the 250 on this daily. So whether or not we continue a move up, it's kind of up in the air right now, but we need to look at 235 as support, and we always need to be prepared for pullbacks. They happen all the time, whether in a bear market or a correction or a bull market. Pullbacks happen, so be prepared for them, and don't let that scare you. Maybe if anything, let it be a nice buying opportunity if you have fiat and you want to invest in Litecoin. And on the flip side of that, please be careful and don't FOMO into Litecoin, because I'm sure a lot of people are doing that as Litecoin's starting to take off. And a lot of times, you'll see people begin to buy as Litecoin's taking off, and it'll get to a really awesome area, and then all of a sudden it does take a little correction, and we're back down to 200 support, and then we might wave back up. So please be ready for anything to happen. However, right now, Litecoin is looking strong. Let's take one more look at the order books. We have a ton of resistance at 260, and if we go to the daily, which is probably a mess right now because I just drew all over it. There we go. So 260 over here, it's right in this area, leading up to that 270 resistance, and there's a ton of resistance at 270 to like the 300. That's why I have this box here. So look for support where we are at 235. You can see on the order books, it's crazy how much that has changed in the last 24 hours. And, there's not a ton of resistance leading up to 260. So let's see what Litecoin can do today. Let's see what happens. Litecoin is strong right now. Whether we have a pullback or not, Litecoin is strong right now. The community is strong. The tech is strong. The partnerships are strong. Lightning Network is strong. 2018 is strong. So let me know your thoughts, comments below. Curious to what you're doing and how you're playing this market. Are you buying more? Are you selling some Litecoin? What are you doing? Let me know. Thank you so much for coming by. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Would love to have you as a subscriber. And I will see you in the next video. And God bless.